Christian knocked and waited, but he heard nothing. He was afraid and worried. The king may not let me in because I strayed from the path, and I'm so filthy, and my clothes are so ragged. Christian knocked again. He called out, "Are you willing to let this poor pilgrim in?" At last, Goodwill opened the door. "I am willing, with all my heart." Just then, several arrows flew through the air. Goodwill grabbed Christian by the shirt and pulled him inside the gate. Goodwill told him about a nearby castle set up by Lord Beelzebub. "He hates the king and despises little pilgrims," Goodwill said. "He does all he can to stop them from entering the narrow gate." Christian heard a thud as more arrows hit the door, where he'd just been standing. Goodwill showed Christian the straight and narrow path. "This is the way to the celestial city. It's clear all the way there." Christian saw the path and asked, "So I can't get lost?" "The path is clear all the way," Goodwill replied. "But many other paths cross it. They're wide and crooked, and they can lead you the wrong way. The right path is obvious, but it isn't always the easiest." Christian asked Goodwill, "Where can I be freed from this burden?" His shoulders were terribly sore from carrying it so long. "Bear your burden a little longer," Goodwill said. "You must continue your journey until you come to the place of deliverance. Only there can your burden be removed. But first you must go to the house of the interpreter," Goodwill explained. "He'll show you excellent things to help you on your journey." "Welcome, little pilgrim," the interpreter said. "The king placed me here to prepare you for the many challenges you will face on your journey." They entered a dirty room. Interpreter asked a man to sweep the room, which filled the room with dust. Christian began to cough. Interpreter asked another helper to sprinkle the room with water. This made the dust settle to the floor so it could be easily cleaned. "The dust is our sin," interpreter said, "and the sweeping broom is like trying to fix our sin by following all sorts of rules. The sprinkled water is like the king's mercy and grace, which are the only way to remove dirt from our lives. It is not through our efforts that we become clean, but only by trusting in the king to purify us." In the next room, Christian saw two boys named Passion and Patience. They were getting gifts, but were told to wait a year to receive them. Passion couldn't sit still. "Give it to me now," he whined, but Patience sat quietly. Passion finally got his gifts, but they were soon broken. Patience waited happily and was given gifts that can never break. Interpreter explained, "Passion is like people who want everything now. Patience is like those who trust the king and are willing to wait. Their reward will last forever." Then Christian saw a fire. A wicked man poured water on it, but the fire would not go out. Behind the wall was a kind and gracious man who kept the fire burning with oil. "What does this mean?" Christian asked. "The fire," said interpreter, "is like the love pilgrims have for the king." And he said, "The man pouring water is like Lord Beelzebub, who always tries to hinder pilgrims. But the man pouring oil is like the king's son, who helps pilgrims on their journey." Interpreter took Christian to one last room, which opened up to show a castle guarded by soldiers. Some people were afraid to enter, but one man ran forward with all of his might attacking the guards with his sword. When he reached the palace gates, the angels above called out in their sweet voices, "Come in, come in, eternal glory you shall win." Christian said, "I know the meaning of this. Many people want to enter the celestial city, but they fear what it may cost them, so they stay back. Only those who go on in faith and perseverance will arrive."